Hey everyone, I wanted to show you my biggest video game buy from the source I have so far. There are some jerseys here as well from him. I mention him all the time in my videos that the guy I buy video games from, 25 bucks a system. So this is what the biggest lot I've ever bought is. I spent $340 on everything you see here. I've tried to just go through it and kind of unbox it with you guys to see what I'm getting. Maybe you can let me know if you guys would make the same purchase and see if we find anything cool. So I've seen pictures of everything. Usually I can see the games and the system and what's in there. Sometimes I can't see everything though in the pictures, so I kind of just buy a little bit sight unseen, but usually he gives me really good stuff. So there is a Wii here down in this box somewhere. It came with Guitar Hero. I don't even know what the Wii guitars go for anymore, but maybe if we pair it with the game, there'll be some money there. Sorry for the mess a little bit over there. I gotta clear a space off here. My listing room has just become so crazy. Some PS2 games that came with a slim PS2. I think Gauntlet sells for 10. Spawn I think sells for 10. I don't know about Cars, Jeopardy, or Namco. I usually save the Jak and Daxter games, so if I get all three of them, I can get like 28 chips. So that's not too bad. There's some Nintendo 64 games that go with this box Nintendo 64. It is in here, he told me. It is used, though. It's not brand new. So I think these go for around 100 in the box. So that's pretty cool. And that was only 25 bucks. It came with some games. So we can take a look here. There's Perfect Dark. I think that sells for like almost 15. Super Mario 64. It's a little bit scuffed, but that usually goes for like 20 bucks, 25. Turok, I think, goes for 10. So, I don't know if Tony Hawk is really worth anything, to be honest. On the other side, we have Zelda. That usually goes for like 20, 25. Star Wars usually goes for like 10. It's a little beat up. And this other Star Wars usually goes for, I think, like 10 as well. But it's a little beat up on the label. And then over here, GoldenEye, which I think is 20 or 25. So the 64 was a really good deal. And Tony Hawk might be worth something, but probably not a whole lot. If they're not worth anything, I usually just pair them up in a big lot of games. I'm going to find out what's in this guy right here. I really need a tripod because it's kind of hard to do things with one hand. So, let's see here. Sorry for the shaky camera work. Oh, just a case. Okay, he must have just used it to hold them together, so nothing cool. Here's an N64 controller with, it's got a rumble pack on there and an aftermarket memory card. I usually get like 12 or 13 bucks in the rumble pack, so that's pretty cool. We got another set of PS2 games. I don't really see any that jump out at me. I don't really recognize Rumble Racing, but I doubt it's worth that much. So that might be just the ones that I lot to get. I don't see anything too. Oh, Gran Turismo is sealed, it looks like. So we'll have to check that one out. Maybe it is worth a little bit of something, maybe 10 bucks or so. Another PS2 lot. There are two Dynasty Warriors games, which if you lot them together, you can do well. And there is a Sonic game, which might be worth. Kingdom Hearts, I usually can lot together with the other one and get 10 or 20 bucks. Probably 10 each, 20 bucks for the pair. I think Def Jam Vendetta does okay, so we might be okay there. There's a PS2 Slim right here. 1, 2, 3 PS2 Slims with their cords. We got PS2 controllers in here, all everywhere, and a PS3. And then we got some PS3 games. Honestly, don't see anything too crazy. I think Need for Speed probably sells for at least 10. I usually get 10 on Need for Speed. And just a bunch of PS2 controllers, it looks like. Oh, and there's the PS3 controllers, 2 of those. So I'll pair one of the controllers with the system, and I'll sell the other one by itself. We'll jump into this one over here. A bunch of Wii stuff. There's some nunchucks. These Gamecube controllers do really well. They need to be cleaned up, but I usually get 50 bucks for 2 Gamecube controllers, so that's pretty cool. Here's another Gamecube controller. I got, I think, 2 or 3 Gamecubes, so there's a Gamecube power cord, an AV cable. Here are the 2 Gamecube games I got. Red Faction 2, 3 actually. Dance Craze, probably some of your guys' favorite game right there, somebody out there. and Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings might be worth like $10 or something, but nothing crazy. I got a 360 in here, and here are two 360 controllers. So I'll sell those together in a lot for like $30. Another GameCube controller here. There's two Wii's right there. There's a GameCube. There's a Wii controllers. This pack of Wii controllers right here will go for $30. So that's pretty cool. Here's the Wii power cords and the sensor bars and a bunch of Wii games. This goes to the two systems we have. I don't see anything crazy in this one right here. In this one, I know that Super Mario Brothers does do well, and maybe I could pair the Metroid ones together. I think Super Mario Brothers goes for like almost 20. There's the two Platinum GameCubes. This is a 360 controller. There's a 360. It's only a 20 gig. It usually has no marking here on the where the HDD is. There'll be like a 60 or something like that. If it has none, it's usually going to be a 20. And this one is the HDMI. You can see in the bottom there is an HDMI port. So this one's a little bit more sought after than the one without the HDMI. So got that. 360 games. Need for Speed. I think actually Bolt sells. And that one's brand new sealed. So he gets a lot of sealed games, which is pretty cool. I think Bolt was worth like $12 used. So it might be worth something. It's obviously sealed then. Family Game Night might be worth something too, and I think Need for Speed might go for a little bit, for like $10, so that's okay. And then the last box is kind of a hodgepodge. It's got some jerseys. Good old youth Tom Brady jersey. This is nothing special. It's a youth apparel one, so not the greatest, but for $5, Patriots are in the playoffs right now, so that's pretty cool. Here's a Kobe Adidas men's, I think, is it large or extra large? 2XL, even better. So that'll do well, especially if the Lakers do get their stuff together and make it into the playoffs and do something. People want to buy that. This is a girly shirt. See, I bought this thinking it was a jersey. He said it was a girly jersey, but it's not. It's a shirt like that. So I paid $5 for that. It's not going to be worth anything near that. I'll probably just give that to my son to wear. So, and then we also have a Wes Welker kids Patriots jersey. Doesn't play on the team anymore, but Patriots stuff always just seems to sell really well. And then we got a Dallas Dirk Nowitzki jersey. Probably by Adidas. Yeah, by Adidas. He's a pretty good player. And then in here we got some more Wii's and more PS2 stuff. This is Minecraft Xbox One Edition. I paid $5 for this by itself. He has his Xbox One and his PS4 games. He sells them separately. He never has the systems. So, I grabbed that one for $5 because it still goes for like pushing 20. The PS2 games, I think NFL Street's still worth something, and another Jack and Daxter will save. Lord of the Rings might be worth a little bit, but nothing crazy there. Here is a Ps2 White Controller, which is great if you have the white system, but... and then there's a regular black controller there too. And then there's the silver PS2 right here. This one actually sells a little bit better than the black ones in there, so that's cool. And then we have some more Wii games and another Wii down here. So that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to show you kind of an unboxing, if you will. I know it was kind of crazy and it wasn't super organized, but I just want to show you kind of what I'm buying. And that was $340 worth. It's quite a bit to pay. But honestly, there is money for me to make here. I've been doing really well on his stuff. The best systems that I'm getting are the PS3s. Ones look like this, or even the old fat ones that are bigger than that. I'm usually getting 90 to 105, 110 for those, depending on which one it is, with a controller. And I'm only paying $25, so I pretty much make $75. I mean, $50 on that system purchase right there. So I'm doing pretty well on those, plus the games if I get anything cool. And the other good ones are going to be the GameCubes. If you don't know what a GameCube is, just in case, one of these. Because this with no games, just this and the cords that go with it, I usually get 48 shipped for, and then I take the two controllers he gives me. If they're the official Nintendo ones, I get $50 for those. So I'm already at $98 on the GameCube for $25, so that's good. Plus, if I get any games, that's extra. The 64 here I'll do well on, the one in the box, because usually they don't come with the box, but this one does. So that's at probably $100, I only paid $25. Plus the 64 games were great. There's probably almost another $100 in games, which is pretty cool. On the 360, I usually sell it for like 55 or 60 shipped with no controllers, just the cords. And then I sell the Xbox controllers that go with it. I'll put them in a lot of 2 and get like 30 or so. And then I part out all the games. On the Wii's, I sell the Wii system with the cords that come with it for, in the sensor bar, for 40 shipped. On the white Wii, they get like 41 or 42 on the black ones. And I price it like that way because it moves pretty quick. That's what works for me. And then I take the controllers he gives me, as long as they're official Nintendo with nunchucks. I sell these for 30 shipped, as long as they're not the Wii Motion Plus ones. So that's good money there. The PS2 Slims, which are the ones down here, the black system at the bottom, you may remember. Those I get about 60 shipped for. I think I put a controller with it, and I get 60 shipped. So, you know, that's 180 right there in just those couple systems. So that's everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I know it's not too great. I really should have a tripod or something so I can show stuff easier, but I know some people have been curious about the video game side of this. Obviously, I have a pretty good source right now, and I'm getting a lot of stuff at a very affordable price. But the goal really for me when I buy it is to just, you know, double my money, get what I put out. So if I spent $340, I want to make $340 back. And this video game stuff just sells so quickly that it's worth it for me to do that. So obviously, a lot of the video games you see are not worth a whole lot. More of them are not worth selling by themselves than are. So that's why what I do is I take all the ones that are just not that great and I lot them together. And then when I have a big enough lot, I just post them online for one big lot and hope that one of the wholesale buyers buys them. So that's everything. If you have any questions about video games, let me know. And just so people do know, I don't test every single video game. If the disc looks pretty clean, I just move on and assume it works. I am taking a chance. If someone's telling you they test every game, you know, maybe they're telling the truth, but I know a lot of resellers don't. It's just a time thing. I do test the systems and controllers, though, because those do have known flaws, different ones, and you do not want to ship one of those out because of the weight and everything. You get stuck eating it. So those I do test, and definitely the controllers, too, because, again, they can have issues where, you know, some of the buttons don't work or what have you. But the games, it's more of a judgment call on my end. If the game's really scratched up, I'm either not going to sell it or I'm going to make sure it works. Pretty soon I'm probably going to buy one of those GF Easy Pros. I have a big pile of discs that need to be fixed, and I'd like to see if it's worth the money to invest in it. So I'll let you guys know how that goes as well. And again, any questions, take care. I hope you guys are all killing it out there, and see you in the next video.